When it comes to high blood pressure, there are millions of people who are on high blood pressure medication every single day. And they go on that medication with the understanding that they will never be able to get off that medication, and it's for a lifetime. While that may be true for many, many people, it's untrue for most people whose high blood pressure is caused due to poor lifestyle changes, the wrong breathing, the wrong foods, the wrong amount of physical activity. So when we believe that we need to be on a medication for a lifetime, that's exactly what's going to happen. But no one's telling you the side effects of your high blood pressure medication, the correlation with its ability to induce diabetes in the human body, the side effect of high blood pressure medication on your kidney and how it can lead to CKD, which is chronic kidney failure. I'm not here to tell you to get off your high blood pressure medication. I'm here to tell you that there's an inexpensive and simple method that you can use to drop your diastolic by almost 10 to 15 points, depending on several other factors, but you can do it all the time. And when we start changing our lifestyle, when we start making small lifestyle changes, we have the possibility of boosting our own body's ability and intelligence to do what it does best, which is protect us, heal us, and let the body function in a way which it was designed to, which is naturally without the dependence on constant medication all the time. The inexpensive method that I want to talk today about is the method of deep breathing. I've been talking about this all the time, but it's about time that people start implementing what they keep hearing, because we keep watching, we keep learning, we keep saying, wow, that sounds so good. But the biggest failure is when we don't apply what we learn on our own selves. Now, this doesn't require you to spend money. It doesn't require you to, really go outside and do a lot of work. It just requires you to do what you hear and observe the results that happen for you. So deep breathing has its impact on the human body for any particular disease on this planet, because trillions of cells that your human body is made up of have the requirement of oxygen, also known as the life force called prana. You can live without food, you can live without water for many, many days, but you cannot live without oxygen for more than 3 to 4 minutes. So when there's a slight decrease of oxygen in your body, trillions of cells, which have thousands of functions in the human body, from hormonal balance to your immunity, to your weight, to your skin, your hair, your involuntary functions like your heartbeat, your eye flutter, all of these things, including your brain function, gets compromised when your trillion cells don't get the right amount of oxygen they need. So now when you have high blood pressure, there are 3 things that can happen when you take 6 to 10 deep breaths. Now I've calculated 6 deep breaths, the way I'm going to tell you, will take you 1 minute. If you don't have 1 minute a couple of times in a day for your own health, for your own high blood pressure, then you seriously have a lot of work to do with your values, your priorities in life, and whether you really even consider your health important. So when we breathe deeply, 3 things happen. Many things happen, but I'm going to talk about 3 important things that happen. One is oxygen has the ability to move you from the sympathetic nervous system to the parasympathetic nervous system. Now, the sympathetic nervous system is the fight and flight, your stress mode. When you're in the sympathetic nervous system throughout the day, because you have meetings, you have arguments, you have work, you have pressure, you have all of these things, you're in fight and flight. When you're in parasympathetic, you're in rest and digest. Parasympathetic nervous system is the system you got to be in when you're eating your food. So when you eat, you want to be in the rest and digest. So the food that you're eating gets digested, assimilated, and absorbed into trillions of cells in the human body. But if you're eating when you're stressed, it's useless, even if you're eating an organic salad. Even if you're trying to eat healthy, you're in the wrong nervous system, which means you're not going to rest, you're not going to digest, you're not going to assimilate. When you breathe, you can immediately move the body from the sympathetic nervous system to the parasympathetic nervous system. Now, here's a simple example of how you can relate. When you're stressed, you'll find that your breath is short. When you're short, you're in the sympathetic nervous system. But when I change that short breath to a long breath, because I calm down, I slow down, and I take a deep breath, what happens is I move from sympathetic to parasympathetic. So I have that ability right now to move from sympathetic to parasympathetic. So I could be having a discussion with someone I don't like that's causing me a lot of stress, but I'm listening, I'm not reacting, I'm responding, and I'm breathing. No matter what I'm hearing, how irritated it's making me feel, the situation that I'm in control of my breath. I'm taking low, slow, deep breaths, which is keeping me in my parasympathetic nervous system, which will reduce my cortisol levels, reduce the amount of adrenaline that my adrenal gland is producing, and help me keep balance of my hormones. The second thing what happens when you deep breathe is you push more blood to all of your tissues in the human body, your arteries in the human body. And when we have the right amount of circulation with the right amount of blood pressure, the good blood pressure, it takes care of so many issues like inflammation, managing our blood pressure, and supplying blood, which carries oxygen and nutrients to trillions of cells in the body the right way. And the third thing when you deep breathe is you get your diaphragm to move up and down, which means it pushes blood and oxygen to your heart. Your heart requires the right amount of blood and the right amount of oxygen to perform, to keep its arteries clean, to keep cholesterol from forming plaque, to keep your blood pressure in check. So, yep, you can continue popping all those pills because you believe it's going to keep you healthy and show your systolic and diastolic on paper as good, but you should also be aware of the tremendous side effects which come with that. So you can start making changes in your lifestyle when it comes to anxiety, stress, by just breathing. I'm not even telling you to meditate right now. I'm just telling you to breathe when you're in a difficult situation. So the right method of breathing, it's very simple. When you inhale, your abdomen rises. When you exhale, your abdomen goes back in. So think of a balloon. When you put air into a balloon, the balloon inflates. So you're putting air into your system, your stomach inflates, your abdomen, your diaphragm inflates. And when you exhale, it deflates. The same way you deflate a balloon. You push air out, it deflates. So you can put your hand on your abdomen and take a deep breath right now. Inhale and your palm should rise. Exhale and your palm should go down. Now you take 6 deep breaths like this. It'll take you a minute. So you inhale for 5 seconds, you exhale for 5 seconds. Slow and steady. Inhale for 5, exhale for 5. If you can't do it for 5, do it for 4, do it for 3. Do it for 6 if you want. But inhale 5, exhale 5. It'll take you exactly 1 minute to finish 6 of these deep breaths. And that's what's going to change the internal working of your system. No amount of blood pressure medication can do the same thing as what nature will do for your body. This is something you can do in a car, you can do this in an aircraft, you can do it while you're talking at a meeting. I mean, wherever you are still in control of your breath. And your breath is a powerful drug when it comes to immunity, preventing disease, healing disease, and keeping your emotional state of mind balanced and in accordance with nature. Have a great day, everyone. I'm going to be live at 1:30 talking about children. This week is dedicated to children and children's health. We're going to be talking about 4 or 5 ways of how you can get your kids to be active, because it's activity that keeps your kids healthy, not just feeding them great food or giving them a good education. See you later. Have a good day. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.